Hey, this is Commander Bacon with His Way Homestead, and today we're working in the garage and we're working on the Mini Cooper. Stay tuned. All right, so we've got one or more of the coils have gone bad in the Mini Cooper or not functioning properly. So we're going to replace all the coils. First, we got to take this cover off. So get the right, it's a Torx wrench, T30. My son has all the sockets with the Torx drivers, but he moved out. And they were his, so he took them with him. I need to get a set. If somebody wants to buy me a set, I would greatly appreciate that. Helpful hint, don't drop your wrench down inside that engine compartment. It is really hard to get it back out. It kind of wedged in there. We had to get needle nose pliers to pull it out. So be careful with your screws and with your tools. Everything's really tight. So we'll lay this up there. I think you have to take this. There we go. All right, so here's what we're replacing. These little guys in here. There's a little, if I remember right, yep, you pop that up, pull the plug off. Raise that up. And then the real tricky part is pulling these out. And it is a nightmare to pull them out. Sure you do. So they're really hard to grab a hold of, and they're really hard to pull out. There you go. All right, so the easiest thing to do, take like something solid, like I have this ratchet. It's a small ratchet. It fits in this little hole, and just wiggle it back and forth and lift up at the same time. You can see there's a little hole there. So I'm just moving it in there. It's really not that hard. Oh, until you do that. Well, you weren't supposed to do that. I think that's broke. There we go. Still came up. There we go. All right. That's the one we replaced. So last time we just replaced one of them. And this is the one that we replaced because they look all different than the others. This time, we're replacing all of them because we found out that it's much better to replace them all at one time. That it's everything works better. So we're just going to open up this package. And you can buy a set of coils for, what, about $100? Sit that down there. What have we got in there? We got 6. We only need 4.
That's how it came.
2 spares. All right. So here's the new coil. We're just going to put it back the same way. So you look down in there, I think you showed it. The spark plug is deep inside of there. It's not fun to try to replace the spark plugs. So we're just gonna push it in so it goes the whole way. Slide that in there and click. So it's not that hard. Getting them out is the hardest thing, for sure. It's really pretty simple process. And you can kind of hear it clicking as it goes in. So what were some of the symptoms? It was kind of running rough and
Yeah.
engine code.
It didn't really want to accelerate. It kind of wanted to jump a little bit.
A little bucking.
Yeah, and then it would be fine.
And the last one. We'll probably put the oil cap back on and start it up before we ever put the cover back on it. Just because alright, so let's get this out of the way, this out of the way, get these things out of the way, put the oil cap back on it. Try to put the oil cap back on it. There we go. Now we're gonna, whoop, pardon my hand. We go in and start it up, see how it goes. It's running. Sounds pretty good. We'll take it for a test ride here in a little bit. So we're just gonna button it back up, put the cover back on it, and we'll go take it for a test ride. So, you know, what'd that take? Not even 10 minutes. Took longer to get the tools than it did to do it. Took longer to get the wrench out of the engine that I dropped, and I almost dropped it again. But that's okay. It was like a real life game of operation. I had to get the needle nose pliers in there and try to snake it out. And just snug them up. All right. And here's a little helpful hint. Come over around here. Here's where the hood release latch is. We had a terrible time finding that to pop the hood. So, all right. We're gonna go drop the hood. We're gonna take it for a spin. So stay tuned. Whew, that's bright. All right, so we got the Mini Cooper buttoned up, and it really needs a mini Commander Bacon behind the wheel. I don't fit in it very good. We're just gonna go up the road and see how it does. All right, so we're letting the boss lady say hi, boss lady. She can't look. She's driving. We're gonna come back here on the, let her drive it on the bumpy road. Like I said, it's got a really stiff suspension like a sports car, and we'll just see if it does anything that she's used to feeling. Hopefully it won't. It is a neat little car. Convertible would be awesome. The club wagon would be more functional. You could put more stuff in the back, right?
I can put a lot of stuff in here.
Except 2 more people.
I can put 2 people in the back.
They gotta be little.
Oh, yeah.
They gotta be kids.
I can put 50-pound bags of chicken food in the back, so.
Yeah, it's just, the leg room is really short.
Yeah.
In the back. I don't think I could sit in the back.
Probably not.
Not with the front seat still in place.
Well, if it wasn't in place, then it would be the front seat, right?
Yeah, it would be. So we're coming up to our first sharp right turn. Hopefully that'll good indication. I feel pretty smooth.
Yeah, see, it would be stalling coming out of that.
Like
It did
bucking
not-
and
yeah. And it wasn't like a severe buck, like the thing was going to die.
yeah,
But you definitely knew that there was a problem.
one cylinder wasn't firing right.
Yeah.
And when you only got 4,
Yep.
that makes a big difference.
It does.
All right, so I'm gonna stop here. So we made it through the last S-curve, and everything seemed to be good. It didn't hesitate at all. So I think we got it fixed. I'm not a mechanic, but there are some things that I can do, and that's a pretty easy thing. You saw how hard it was. Wasn't that hard. So don't be afraid to try things, right? Don't pay somebody to do something when you can try it yourself. YouTube is a valuable resource, and sometimes got good information, sometimes not so good information, but give it a try. Do things for yourself. Be self-sufficient, self-reliant. So that's all I got. Don't forget, His way is the bumpy way. No, His way is the best way. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
God bless.